Hi, this is my Husky TE510 2007. As you can see, I've taken the can off, or the muffler. To be honest with you, if you're going to be riding on the road, the stock muffler is actually it's really good. It's got a low growl. It doesn't make a lot of noise. However, I'm looking to get a new exhaust for my bike, and I thought, well, before I spend money on a new exhaust, I'm going to take the stock one and I'm going to chop it. And here we go. So what I've done is, as you can see, that would be pretty much how it looks as a stock exhaust. And what I've done is I've just chopped off that end, and you can see that is your end pipe. And what I'm going to do is I've actually never done this before, but I saw somebody else doing this on the YouTube footage, where they had this inner tube that is around about, give or take, about 4 inches, and I'm going to chop that down to around about 1.5 inch, and I think that this inner rim here acts as a spark arrestor. It must do, because the bike needs to have it here in Australia, and so I'm not going to do anything to this area here. I might trim that down a little bit, depending on the sound. And then you can see on this end over here, you've got your insulation, and you've got your inner mesh, and then you've got a finer mesh on the outside, as you can see. This inner mesh over here has the larger holes, and it doesn't have a mesh covering it, and that would fit into the inner outer tube here. And I think there's a reason why they haven't taken the fine mesh all the way to the top. I've got a feeling that this section here has something to do with not only the flow, but also to prevent any sparking. I'm only assuming that, but anyway, I don't really care too much about it. But where I ride, we don't have any major forests or anything like that, so I'm not concerned about any fires. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring this down, chop that down, and that's my gap that I've got to work with. So around about 1.5 inches from the outside, chopped off here, and then that should all fit in quite nicely, and then just rivet, bang bang. Use the existing rivets. As you can see, those are the holes that I've drilled out, and on the outside of that, with the rivets, is your stainless steel band, which I will give a bit of a clean up and then put it back in. But the cool thing about what I've done here is I've made it short enough so that it actually tucks behind the side cover, and all you can see is you'll see is the tail end of the pipe coming out, which I'm sure will look a little bit better. The other reason why I'm doing this is that when I do drop my bike, especially on some of the rocky climbs that are slow, and being a heavy bike, when you drop it and let it fall, that exhaust is prone to a little bit of banging. Fortunately, I haven't had any major problems. But yeah, it's pretty. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult than this, but it's a solid. As you can see, the inner mesh is fixed to this end pipe. That's all one unit, and I thought that this unit here would have been either welded or bonded to this end piece here, but it's not. It actually just popped out, which was quite surprising. I must say, this was the last of the Husky hand-built bikes, and yeah, the quality of the outer casing is very good. It's super strong, and you can see even the way that they've actually packed the heat material on the inside. It's been done very well. So yep, I don't think they make them like that anymore, but we'll see how it goes. And this one's got two brackets to mount onto. I even thought about chopping it a little bit shorter, but yeah, we'll give this a go first and see how it works out. Anyway, I'll show you the end result when I'm done. Okay, this is a modification that I've done to the my TE510 2007, where I've actually cut the exhaust short